Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we've been decoding a section of the Bible changes, a well agreed upon section. We never said we included them all. I don't think we'd want to include them all. There's 60 letters with these alone. So that said, I think we can get a good picture of what's going on. I think we are getting a good picture of what's in the changes. So this sort of stuff. So I'll provide a link in which we correctly extracted these to save time. And the extractions in order are INWFAYYONELRSPASEDBHWHTESPAINSTS DBRMATCOUCHWINKINSBOTTL. All right, there they are. Get them all shot. That is them, right here. Starting here, I guess. All right. So now we've got these. Letters to go forwards and backwards in finance. We've got these letters to go forwards and backwards in genetics. We've got these letters to go forwards and backwards in medical, and we've gotten these letters to go forwards and backwards through chemical. Now we're starting on technology. And so what's in here for technology? Well, let's find out. You start with I, because that seems to be a little bit of a pattern here. You get I Technology Incorporated. All right, and they deal with introducing central data computing. All right, so central data computing. That pretty much speaks for itself. So moving on from that, you have NWF, which ends up being Green STEM Initiative, National Wildlife Federation. Oh, there's the National Wildlife Federation again. The need for workers with STEM, which apparently is science, technology, engineering, and math. Skills is heightened in today's global economy. Technological innovation improves the competitive position of U.S. industries, drives growth, and supports high-quality jobs. Additionally, demand for STEM-capable workers has increased even in traditionally non-STEM fields due to diffusion of technology across industries and occupations. All right, this goes on, but I'm gonna let it go at that. And we have these guys. These guys keep coming up, and we keep circling them to look at later. We haven't stopped, and here they are again. So, moving on from that, you have AY, which ends up being AY Technologies LLC. They deal in antennas and accessories, RF electronics, technical wiring, publishing services, consulting. So that pretty much speaks for it. AY Technologies LLC. And since 2001, apparently, is when they started. But they're in there. So moving on from that, you have ONEL, which is ONEL, Business Cloud and Data Storage Management. And I told myself to read about it. So cloud services, we provide a full end-to-end infrastructure service for cloud. Oh, infrastructure. Interesting. We got some of those in our finance on the stock market, right? Some infrastructure companies. Well, here's another one. Maybe we should keep those circled. Maybe we should circle this one. I didn't uncircle them, but maybe we should circle this one. ONEL. And we're going to circle them. Keep an eye on them. All right. So now we've circled ONEL and I'll read a little bit more about them, guys, but here they are, right under Indo National Wildlife Federation. Here is an OEL. We had infrastructure hits before, and here's some more infrastructure. So, data center solutions. We help you design, create, upgrade, or migrate your data center facilities. We bring the latest know-how and expertise to data storage and management, virtualization, security, data recovery, and business continuity solutions, excuse me. Then they have a case study on Knox City Council storage infrastructure. Oh, yeah. And then they have some clients talk about them, but I think that pretty much says it all. And moving on from them, you have RSP. And RSP ends up being RSP technology. Aluminium alloys, super alloys, aluminium super alloys. I swear we had these guys before, but I can't find them. But RSP technology produces and develops aluminium superalloys. Because of ultra rapid cooling technology, the liquid metal freezes, and a new super strong alloy with a very fine homogeneous microstructure is created. All right. So, moving on from that, I thought we had them before too, or at least aluminium superalloys. I think we had come up before. So anyway, moving on from that, you wind up with ASES, which ends up being American Solar Energy Society. All right. Well, they speak for themselves. They definitely deal in technology. And if you come down, you also have you end up with Technology Services, ACES. ACES Technology Services Overview. So I'm going to go ahead and include that because even though it's not this, I mean, the Solar Energy Society was the American Solar Energy Society. That's ASES, but this is ACES, Technology and Services and Solutions. All right, but we have an SC in here. This came up, and a computer would scramble these in all possible ways, including ACES. So I'm just throwing it in there because it came up. So if you move on from that, guys, you have DHB, which ends up being DHB Technologies. And they're a tech. They deal with food technology actually. And I guess I pulled out of there just to see if there was anything else, but not really much. So food technologies. Scientists and engineers who have expertise in the development of food technology. All right. Well, that's what you're dealing with, food technology. And that is DBH Technologies. Ah, yes. That's why. So, I was having a hard time loading it, guys. I remember now why I pulled back out so I could read about it. But if you move on from that, you get you have WH, which ends up being WH Technology Company Ltd. From China suppliers, apparently. And so I'll provide a link, and they're in here as well. So if you move on from that, you end up with TE, which ends up being TE Connectivity again. And now we've got them in medical, and now we've got them on the stock market, and now we've got them in technology. And now we have circled them to look at. Oops, wherever I'm at. I'm somewhere right here. TE connectivity. All right. Because they keep coming up, so we're going to look at them against the numbers as well. And if you move on from that, or also you have TE technology. And TE technology designs and manufactures high quality thermoelectric coolers, cold plates, liquid coolers, and thermoelectric coolers. All right. So that's pretty much what you got going on with them. You got a technology company and TE connectivity. So if you move on from that, you have SP, which ends up being SP Technology. Again, another technology company. We specialize in the assembly of special purpose machine building, implementing bespoke automation solutions from food and drink to medicine or to medical device. So, there's some more medical device that we had in the uh, medical search, right? Plenty of that stuff going on. So I'll provide that link. And if you move on from that, you wind up with ASSA. And that ends up being ASSA Technology Incorporated. You also get ASSA Technology, which must be different. You also get ASSA ABLOY Group. Now that came up on our finance search as well, as we found. So, as my fiance told me, we need to circle them because they came up now twice. Now we know they deal in technology as well. So here they are, and we circled them here. We also went back to our finance search where we got them. And I thought that I circled them. Yeah, I did. Okay, and here they are on OTC markets. All right, and we circled them here too to look at later. All right, so kind of watching them as this goes on. So if you move on from that, you end up with GAI, and they end up being GAI Technologies Ltd. Another technology company. GAI provides web strategy, experience design, and technology implementation for organizations across education, private and non-profit sectors. All right. So that's pretty much what you get with that. And then from there we took AI, and there's just a whole list of stuff about artificial intelligence. Here I'll provide an evidence, or I'll provide an evidence. I will provide a link to Forbes, and they talk about where they talk about 10 powerful examples of artificial intelligence in use today. And of course, there's other searches, there's other links, but that'll be a good one to provide. So if you move on from that, and that's obviously artificial intelligence, right? Which we've been getting over and over. If you move on from that, you have STS, which ends up being STS Technologies Incorporated. A complete electronic design services company located in the Midwest. We specialize in creating high-speed, compact electronic designs to solve customers' problems. So, yeah, they're a technology company in the Midwest. And if you move on from that, which I think, okay, see what this is. Okay, that's STS. I'm getting a little confused here, guys. Okay, so now if you move on from STS, you get DB, which ends up being DB Technologies. And they, excuse me, guys, I will have to pause this 1 second. Okay, guys, I apologize for that. So we were on DB, which ends up being DB Technologies. It's another technologies company. Looks like they deal in a lot of speakers, which could be significant, actually. I mean, they make sonic weapons, right, or sound weapons. You got some Army and Navy stuff here. And you got a speaker company. So why not? Of course, that could be significant for any reason. Or insignificant. But that's DB Technologies. That's what comes up. That's what's in there. So if you move on from that, I mean, considering I never expected these to go forwards and backwards when we started the technology category, the fact there's something there is interesting to me to begin just for by itself all the way. But then you have RMA, which ends up being RMA Technologies Incorporated. Since 1988, RMA Technologies Incorporated has been inside your product. Oh, inside your exhibit and making fun, creative electronics. We call fun, functioneering, interactive technologies. Interactive technologies, all right. So, we will design and manufacture your new product for you. Make your exhibit look good outside with other stuff inside. Yes, and it goes on. But they're a technology company, and they're there. So they're in the changes. So we're moving on from them. Not much else to say about them. You end up with TC Technology. If you get TC, you end up with TC Technology. Technology for mobile information management systems. Announcing TC Technology is now part. They're going to fly through that. Let's just go down here. TC Technology, MIMS, which stands for Mobile Information Management System, provides utility field workers with a single integrated application, utilizes across the nation, utilities across the nation use MIMS for service orders, outage incidents, system inspections, maintenance management, automated design, construction work orders as built inspectors, regulatory compliance, damage assessment, vegetation management, and more. So, yeah, probably pretty important stuff here. So you can read about this stuff, guys. I could continue reading on, but then the video would run much, much longer. So TC Technologies, Mobile Information Management Systems. All right. Now, if you keep that in mind for what's just next, which ends up being OU, which ends up being Information Technology at Oklahoma University. Oh, so we just got Mobile Information Management Systems at TC Technology, and the very next thing we search ends up being Information Technology, the University of Oklahoma. All right, I find that to be really interesting and really significant. All right. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I think it speaks for itself. And anyone who's looking for a pattern, there's one. Right there. So that's like a little mini pattern within a pattern. So if you move on from that, you get CH, which ends up being CH Technologies. Innovative solutions for precision inhalation and particle exposure systems. Oh, particle exposure, huh? Equips clients with a responsive source for cutting-edge inhalation and particle exposure systems tailored to each client's specific needs. We specialize in nose-only, whole-body insulation, exposure testing equipment for toxicology. Oh, toxicology, huh? Toxins. What did we get in chemicals? Anyway, moving on, what they're saying here about these guys: equipment for toxicology, equipment for biodefense, pharmacology, and infectious disease research. So these guys are fairly significant, they are fairly important, and they are right here in the changes. All right, moving on from that, you end up with WI, which ends up being Wisconsin Technology Council. All right, and I think that pretty well speaks for itself, Wisconsin Technology Council, but I'll provide links, guys. You can read all about these guys. Moving on, you have NKI, which once again ends up being the Netherlands Cancer Institute. And here they are again in yet another search. And so here we are again, circling them, because we're going to watch them because they look like they might be using the quantum network. They're coming up over and over. They're here. We'll see how the numbers run. All right. So if you move on from NKI, you get NSB, which ends up being NSB Technologies. They're a private technology company. More interesting to me, you end up with National Science Board. So I'll provide both links, guys. National Science Board. They're into research and education issues. So, yes, definitely significant. And there they are. They would no doubt deal in technology. So if you move on from NSB, you end up with SBO. All right. Well, you end up with SBO Technology, or Technology SBO, SBO Technology Information. I think they deal with, oh, that was SBO Magazine. SBO Information Technology. That's an acronym finder, though. SBO Bandwidth Optimizer for VoIP termination. You also end up with biodiesel science and technology from soil to oil, and you have SBO in here several times that I can see. So you got a few things going on with SBO. The other thing I looked at was like a school band technologies thing, and I kind of moved on from that, but it's there too. So that, I mean, if that's significant or not, it's there. It's in the changes. And what did that leave me with? Oh, that left me with that's right, TTL. Yep, that left me with TTL. And TTL ended up being transistor to transistor logic, or TTL. Transistor logic. TTL is a digital logic design in which bipolar transistors act on direct current pulses. Many TTL logic gates are typically fabricated onto a single integrated circuit. IC. TTL ICs usually have 4-digit numbers beginning with 74 or 54. So, yeah, and then this goes on, guys. You can read all about it, but that definitely deals with technology. And that closes out forwards in technology. Now we'll have to bring it back and see what we get. But a couple things to take away from that. You have your National Wildlife Federation again. You have your Netherlands Cancer Institute again. You have AYO, Abloy Group, again, that we got on the stock market. We have TE Connectivity again. And that ONEL business, the data storage management. Wow. Which is an interesting thing to look at as well. So there's a few things to take away from that. Quite a few technology companies. And some artificial intelligence stuff to look at. So, which is machine learning that we know. But AI's in here, and that could actually be hit in a few different ways. To make AI, if they were scrambling these, so they might have been using artificial intelligence for a number of calculations. So, or a number of calculation points, maybe. But that's it, guys. For this, we will try to get our EHS video out, and hopefully, sometime next week, I can get started back into coming backwards in technology. And then we'll have to, of course, hit all the rest of the categories, which would by then include research groups and random hits, right? I think that's pretty much where that would be. And then we'll have to turn all this to numbers. So what fun that should be. Let's see what we get then. So thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscription, guys. And thanks a lot for watching. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your evening.